Hello and welcome back to another new session of Educators. And today we'll be discussing about the advantages of breast milk, the immunological aspects of the breast milk. I am Manjishta Chatterjee and like, share, subscribe, educators. You are supporting educators and don't forget to put the bell icon for more notifications on the updates. So let us first discuss about the breastfeeding, the milk components, and the development of the infant. Like we can see over here that what is this? We are having a converse. The uh, baby is having the areola feeding. When we are having the areola feeding, what happens, we have the lactoferous ducts over here, the mammary gland lobes are here, and when the areola is there, the nerve endings are here, and the nerve endings get stimulated and the milk is secreted from the here. Along with the milk we have certain things with it, like it has the nutrients, water, carbohydrates, the proteins, and the vitamins, minerals in the nutrient. It also have the bioactives like the immunoglobulins, the HMOs, the white blood cells, the antimicrobial factors, the antimicrobial peptides, the mRNAs, and also the commensal bacteria like the bifidobacterium, the lactobacillus, and the streptococcus. Now, what happens if the child gets all these bacteria, all these bioactives from the breast milk? It helps to complete, like, the benefits, it helps to complete the nutrition, it enhance the immune development of the child, the pathogen protection is there in the child, and also the gut colonization is complete, and the child is less affected by the gastrointestinal diseases. So when we are giving the child breastfeeding with the breast milk components, the infant development is always better. So now coming to the immunological aspects of the components of the breast milk, it has the IgA, IgM, IgE, and the EGD. These are the immunoglobulins which is present in breast milk, and all these immunoglobulins which are present in the breast milk, they protect the child against bacterial and the virus infections. It also has the bifidus factor. The bifidus factor helps or promotes the formation of healthy bacterial colonization in the child's or infant's lower GI. So there is high bacterial colonization, which is very essential or very useful for the child. Lactoferrin is there. As we know, lactoferrin is an iron binding protein, and it reduces the availability of iron to the bacteria in the GIT of the gastrointestinal tract, and therefore when the availability of iron to the bacteria is less, the availability of the iron to the child is always more. The lactoperoxidase is also there. Lactoperoxidase, it destroys the bacteria present in the child's abdomen. Lysozyme is there. Lysozyme destroys the cell wall and kills the bacteria. So these are the major immunological components of the breast milk, and they have an essential benefits in the gut of the child. What are the other immunological aspects? Definitely, milk is safe and it is non-allergic. The milk B lymphocytes which are present, they secrete basically the IgA, and the T lymphocytes which are there, they are involved in the cell mediated immunity of the child. The milk macrophages which are there, they synthesize the lysozyme, the lactoferrin, which I told you what is the function of the lactoferrin, and it also protects against the eczema, allergic rhinitis, asthma, and many other allergic diseases. What is the mechanism, like why or how does it function? what happens in the intestinal tract, there are minute pores, and this in with this but through this minute pores, the high molecular proteins can directly pass into the circulation, leading to antibodies formation. And when this antibody formation is there, what happens? There can be any kind of allergies or something like that. But what happens, breast milk has secretory IgA, which is mainly secreted by the B lymphocytes, and they actually coats the gastrointestinal pores, which I told that in the intestinal tracts there are minute pores. So when the secretory IgA is secreted, actually they coats the GIT's pore, and the pores are closed now. And what happens, the lactoproteins which were circulated forming the antibodies is now stopped because the GIT's pores are closed. So there is no antibodies formation, and the allergic reactions is also less. So milk, human milk is sterile with less chances of contamination. As I told you, lactoferrin is a very important component, and it is also known as, it is an iron binding protein. What it does, it absorbs iron from the bacteria, as I told you, and also it has another function, that it inhibits the growth of E. coli by depriving it from iron. So it doesn't give E. coli the necessary iron that is required for its growth, and it thus stops the growth of E. coli in the body. BSSL, what is it? It is a salt simulated lipase. It also kills the giardia, which is a very common infection that is there in the child, and also kills the amoeba. There are lactose and bifidus factors also, and it promotes the growth of the lactobacilli, which is the gut microflora. So this is the main functions that you can see, that it supports the immune system, it has the antitoxic action, it stimulates the intestinal motility by the functions, the process that I told you. It has this is the bifidus factor actually, that the stimulus have in it, active partial parietal intestinal digestion, and it also inhibits the growth of the Helicobacter pylori, which is very important, that if the inhibition of the growth of Helicobacter pylori is very very important. And it also normalizes the intestinal microflora. So what happens, from the breast milk, there is type 1 rich breastfeeding is there, and human milk oligosaccharides is secreted, with the help of which the bifidus flora formation is there in the child. And this bifidus flora formation has all these important functions in the body of the child. Now, what are the functions of enzymes in the human milk? It has the protective functions. Which enzymes have the protective functions? The lysozyme, peroxidases, the antiprotease, catalase, glutathione peroxidase, and the BF acetyl hydrolase. These has the protective functions. Amylase and bisol stimulate lipase, the BSSL. They have the digestive functions. Other than that, the fatty acids and the monoglyceride which is present, they help to penetrate the cell wall of the microorganism and destroys them. And as the PABA is absent, they also prevents the growth of malarial parasite. So that is why that this is the immune cell, and how from the mammary epithelial cell they are being transferred into blood, it is being shown here. So this is the milk, and milk is being carrying the immune cells, and this is how it is being transferred to the blood. So breast milk is very very important for the child. In the next video we'll be learning about the importance of breast milk in the mother as well. And enzymes of human milk is also important. It has a great immunological as aspect, and it great immunological functions also. So exclusive breastfeeding, I am just in every video of mine I'm telling you, exclusive breastfeeding should be there. Before giving exclusive breastfeeding, the mother's diet, the pregnancy diet, that also should be taken care of. So I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much. That was all for today's video. In the next video, we will discuss about the other aspects of the breast milk. Thank you and have a nice day.